To battle over free speech is the goal here. An appeals court temporarily blocked a lower court's order limiting the Biden administration communication with social media giants. The White House can now continue to push to try to limit Americans' access to what it considers, in quotes, I put it, misinformation. It often includes much more fact that they don't want us to know. You know. The lawsuit that sparked these rulings lists some topics in the censorship spotlight: COVID-19 vaccines, Hunter Biden's legal issues, and election fraud allegations. Senator Eric Schmidt filed the lawsuit when he was Missouri's attorney general. He's among the Republicans firing back now at what they call an attack on the First Amendment.
Big government is now in bed with these social media giants to censor content and viewpoint discrimination.
I really believe, as partisan as things are, that if the shoe was on the other foot, that if the FBI was telling Facebook and Google and other entities to censor Democratic viewpoints, we would be up here saying this is a travesty and it's a threat to the First Amendment. Why aren't they doing the same thing?
The House Subcommittee on the Weaponization of the Federal Government is tackling this in a hearing this week. Democratic presidential candidate Robert Kennedy Jr., who you saw on this very program, poised to be one of their witnesses for the Republicans. My next guest sits on that subcommittee, Republican Congresswoman Cammack of the great state of Florida. Congresswoman, first of all, your goal with all of this and really what's at stake? What are they trying to do to us?
Well, Harris, I'm so glad that you're covering this because it is the drama in the courts that is a direct result of Biden's imperial presidency. This is what happens when Article I authority is subverted by an aggressive, unilateral executive branch. Biden not only wants to make the laws, he wants to execute the laws, and now, as we've seen in this latest ruling, he wants to be judge and jury. This type of behavior is exactly what leads to the weaponization of government. The lack of separation of powers has led us to this point where you have the White House dictating terms to private companies. And of course, as we know, last week, the Weaponization Committee, we issued a report talking about how the FBI is taking orders from Ukrainians' SBU intelligence service without vetting posts, taking down Americans' social media posts. This week, we're going to be talking about the censorship that exists here in America on our soil. This is the big thing that's happening that needs to get coverage 24/7, Harris. I'm so glad you're talking about it.
Absolutely. And when you talk about what's at stake, just think about how many people actually are really on social media now. Those numbers are growing, particularly with the takeover of Twitter by Elon Musk. So it's really important that the White House not be able to put pressure on those companies. All right, we'll move forward. New numbers now are exposing the severity of our nation's ongoing drug overdose epidemic. The CDC has revealed that from February of 2022 to February of 2023, there were nearly 110,000 drug overdose deaths. It also says that number is likely an underestimate. Breaking it down, that's more than 9,000 deaths per month. California, Florida, and Texas, the top 3 states for those overdose deaths. A mom who lost 2 of her sons to accidental fentanyl overdose joined the Focus earlier this year. She was really one of the early voices sounding the alarm on a deadly new cocktail that the cartel is loving right now, combining opioids with an animal tranquilizer. Watch.
If there's any question that they're trying to kill off our children, look at the rainbow fentanyl that looks like candy. They're putting it in candy boxes. Look at how they're adding horse tranquilizers to fentanyl now so that you can't be revived with Narcan and so that you can't detect it with fentanyl strips. They are trying to kill off our people. This is a war.
It is hard to argue with that. It feels like they're trying to kill off our people.
You know, Harris, this one hits particularly close to home. As you know, my husband, Matt, is a first responder, a SWAT medic. He responds to overdoses virtually every shift that he works. And so we're seeing in our own community how this is impacting us day to day. But again, take this back. In China, where the precursors for fentanyl are being manufactured, you have 160 factories that are designed to do nothing but manufacture precursors for fentanyl. Then you have xylazine, which is a horse tranquilizer water that is now being used to mix in so that Narcan can't reverse it. When you're targeting the military age population of a nation that you're trying to take down, think about that. This is the #1 killer of people between the ages of 18 and 45. This is what is really in front of us as a threat to our national security. And what does the White House do? They issue crack pipes in San Francisco. This is nothing more than an effort to make Americans dependent on big government so that they, in power, can maintain control. This is what we've been talking about, whether it is censorship or dealing with this opioid crisis. We've got to wake up, America. They are coming for us, whether it's big government or it's our enemies abroad.
You know what? It is really illuminating, and I'm so glad you brought up that origin point from China, because the cartels are basically the collective middleman at this point. And at the other end of that chain are our people between 18 and 45 dying of nothing more than they are of overdoses. I mean, the information you're bringing is very helpful in really lighting up this issue for people to react to and hopefully take action on. I'm glad you're in the fight. Congresswoman, thank you.
Thanks, Harris. Have a good one.
You too.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.